Man, all right, so damn, was I able to share this fucking podcast everywhere?
Yeah, you live, bro.
I'm live?
You live.
Oh, did I swear?
Yes,
I apologize. I definitely apologize. What's up, everybody? It's Kid Smooth, aka the Best Spot, and we're back with episode 24. I'm surprised I got that right because today I feel like I can't count. But how's everybody doing? I am Kid Smooth. I already said that, and everybody else is everybody else. But before we get to everybody else, what's up, Kev the Gamer?
Disrespect.
Hey, what up? I'm here to bring some glory to this podcast. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. He tried to sell my man Nicodemus a PC at crack prices.
Oh, I didn't. I am not in the business of selling people PCs. I make that perfectly clear. I don't like when people spread the misconception that PC is overtly expensive. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get into that later.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Shout out. What's up, Nicodemus?
Yo, what is good, man? It's definitely good to be here once again. I need to apologize to the YouTube community for not showing my face this week. I know that my face is the one that brings in most of the views. So I definitely apologize. I definitely apologize for not showing my handsome, charming face this week. But I have not gotten a haircut in like 3 weeks. So, yeah, me being as light-skinned as I am, you can tell when my lining is screwed up, and I'm not going out like that. So,
yeah. I'm pretty sure the male viewers are going to disappoint your face cam.
Hey, you'd be surprised, bro. You'd be surprised about the mail that I get. Tell me how handsome I am. There's no shame in it.
All the males in your mail?
all the men that want you on face cam. We understand.
But, yeah, I'm good. Self-proclaimed king of indies. Da. There we go.
All right. I thought I heard Faves in here somewhere.
Yeah, man, you know I'm here. The hell is the matter with you? Boy, this is disrespectful, boy. The disrespect is real on this podcast. And I will say, go in the description down below, just click on my channel. But we all know, kid, that put me in his links.
No, my bad. I was gonna tell you this. Because the YouTube is acting up, I have no links in the description at all. Fame, you're generally like number 1 or number 3. I'm
gonna say, listen. Kid Smooth is in every description of every one of my videos since the beginning of time, and that's the truth. But yeah, man, make sure you guys go sub to my channel. Yeah, sip on that. Go sub to my channel, man. Make sure you guys check out the website TiCGN.com. And for those of you who are watching live, I am about to drop the link to the Guild Award giveaway in a few moments inside the chat. So yeah, make sure you guys click that link, man. Join the giveaway. Like I said, man, just thank you guys for coming out and checking us out. Go check out the channel, man. Go subscribe and like all my videos because you love me.
And we have somebody else who pretends to be alive.
Hey, you know what? Just because I'm the only guy on this podcast that actually plays games.
Really?
Now that's a lie. I invite Undead to play a game twice a week. No shooting.
Oh, hell no. Okay, you know what? If you invite me besides something that's NBA Live, dude, then we'll get somewhere here.
Well, NBA Live coming out like in 2 years? They like canceled it again or some shit?
He playing the old NBA Live. That's what Kid plays.
NBA Live is now free to play.
Oh shit, not free to play.
Not like a free to play system. If you go on the stores, it's free. They're giving it away because nobody's buying it. It's a free to play.
That's heartless.
Wow.
Heartless. Yeah. You know that morning and you wake up and you're like, man, how come I have never played a great basketball game yet? Just slap yourself for not playing NBA Live.
When you look at my camera right now.
I played NBA Live 95 to like 2003, and then I played 2K and never looked back.
Yo, In the Zone 98 with Kobe Bryant on the cover is a better game than these live games. And that game was trash.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
I try to forget bad games. I used to have nightmares and a twitch about them. Say no to bad games.
You guys are disappointing. All right, so how many of you guys downloaded Pokemon Go?
Me. Proud to say it.
I did too. I got like 7 Pokemon, I think.
That's my. Hey, what's? Are you level 5 yet?
Nah. I have to be some low level because the thing is, I haven't played the game to its full capability. I just been walking around my neighborhood catching them.
When you level 5, make sure you choose Team Valor. Every other team is trash.
Okay.
Man, everybody at my job talk about Pokemon Go. I'm like,
listen, if you're not playing Pokemon Go, you're in the minority. You're minority.
I am in the minority.
Congratulations, you're minority.
But I did see that they have an emulator for PC, so maybe I'll download it for my PC.
Dude, I mean, this game went viral. I've seen cops playing it. Everyone's playing this game. Old people, young people. But I will say, if you're under the age of 24, get off the freaking servers because you don't even know half these Pokemon. These are original. When we would load a Pokemon, you don't know what these things are. Stay off the servers.
I just know I saw a 40-something-year-old woman almost get hit by a truck on Monday.
Beautiful.
Trying to catch. I don't remember what she was trying to catch. I was trying to catch something. Probably Charizard or something. Who knows?
Man, in my town, the McDonald's is the Pokemon gym. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. There was 14 people standing in the middle of the parking lot with their cell phones, battling it.
Dude, there are companies who are trying to apply to make their stores Pokestops. It's smart. I would want my store to be a Pokestop because you got people coming in, eating and buying stuff.
I saw a meme that said Pokemon are for paying customers only and died. On the
Beautiful.
on the door of a store. I was like, whoa, this is what we've come down to.
Dude, that's smart, dude.
This is what we've come to. This is what we come to.
Man, Nick, you sit your hating ass down.
Oh, help me. Help me. I've come to this realization. I've come to this realization over the last few days that at some point I died and went to hell and didn't know it. Over the last few days, I have come to that realization. I'm in hell right now. I don't know what I did to deserve to go to hell, but I'm in hell right now.
Did you not like Pokemon when you were younger? You didn't play none of the games on Game Boy?
No, I didn't. I never.
Well, you must have couldn't afford the Poke Cards or the Game Boy because everybody was playing it.
No, I was too busy getting money and getting girls. I didn't have time.
You don't get no girls.
They been like light-skinned dudes back in the day. What you talking about?
No, we was in during that time. I keep a note of when we were in and when we're not in. We were in during that time.
Two different versions of light skin. Your version and my version. Your version ain't in. It didn't come in until Steph Curry decided he wanted to start making basketball shots. So sit down and be quiet.
No, my brother. My version came in when what's the name of the boys that sung that song Jump Crisscross. That's when my version came in around that time.
And they was lame, and you was lame for not playing Pokemon when you was a kid.
Nah, fam.
Hold up.
I could never get into it.
Let's back up a sec. So when Pokemon came out, you said you were getting women and money.
Girls and money, yes.
Girls and money. Okay.
So you were
like what? 6. Thank you.
No, but Pokemon been like popular for like decades, though. Like not right when it first came out, but like it's been popular for like decades. Like.
But I'm talking about the original Pokemon back when it was only 150, where it stopped at Mewtwo. After that, I stopped caring. But the original Pokemon, when you was a kid, that's what was hot, dude. Yeah. Everybody had the cards. I had a holographic Charizard, Mewtwo.
I was dude. Nah, fam.
I was. Come on, man.
I was never into those cards, the freaking Pokemon movie or cartoon, whatever. Movie? None of that, bro. None of that.
I played Pokemon Red.
They had all that. They had all that. I couldn't get into that Yu-Gi-Oh crap. All that stuff. I couldn't get into it. I never understood.
Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. Listen.
I never understood the stuff. I never understood like the appeal behind it or nothing like that. You know what my problem with Pokemon Go is right now? First of all, it is flooding my Facebook feed, Twitter feed, everything. It's flooding everything. And then also, what made me really despise this stupid game was my wife. She went to the hospital this Friday, right? So we're in the hospital. And so I leave because I got to go check on my dog. And as I'm leaving, I see this guy. He's holding his phone up in the air, right? And it looks like he's doing a selfie. I didn't know what the hell he was doing. I'm like, okay, well, this is weird. And then I go outside. There's another orderly. There's another orderly out there. Looks like he's shooting a video. And he looks like he's shooting. He looks like he's shooting me. And then I look at him. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm just hunting Pokemon. Don't mind me, bro. I'm just hunting Pokemon right now. I was like, shouldn't you be inside helping like the patients inside doing something productive? Like Pokemon, really? And so ever since then, you know how when you want a car and you can't get that car right away, and then all of a sudden you start seeing that car everywhere. that's what Pokemon Go was. Like, as soon as that happened, I started seeing it like everywhere, and it's like so annoying. I do not see the appeal whatsoever. I think it is total trash, and I just don't get it. I don't get why people like this thing so much.
It's actually pretty funny because we actually had the first arrest in our town for Pokemon Go because the guy actually broke into an old factory warehouse because apparently there was one of the legendaries or something in the factory warehouse, and he got arrested for breaking and entry for a Pokemon in Pokemon Go.
I just caught a Pokemon right now. Hell you mean?
I get childhood, like, you know, nostalgia and all that stuff. I get that stuff. I personally was just never into Pokemon. Like, I tried, I just couldn't get into it. I thought it was corny as hell. I just never could get into it.
I must apologize for your childhood sucking, then, good sir.
And my childhood was lit. Man. I was outside playing, and like I said, talking to girls and stuff. So my childhood was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you say, man.
Well, we're in Fantasyland. Can I get a couple new games? Like, damn.
I was into real stuff like Ninja Turtles and stuff. You know, real boy stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Ninja Turtles for the window.
I was into that stuff. I know people hate me. I get so much bad feedback for saying.
While we at it, Jerry, which one did you choose to start the game, bro?
Which one did I choose?
Which one of the three? Yeah, at the very beginning of the game, when you first started up.
Shit.
Either Charmander, Squirtle, or Bulbasaur.
It was, Bulbasaur.
You garbage.
Bulbasaur.
Charmander is the greatest of all time, bro.
Facts.
Charmander, he was cute, but he wasn't the greatest of all time.
Listen, hear me out. He was a freaking dinosaur, right? Bulbasaur's a fucking turtle. I mean,
he wasn't a dinosaur. He was a baby dragon.
Whatever.
Or a lizard.
That's better than a turtle. And
they're all in the same family.
Nah, that's a freaking turtle. Charmander's the greatest of all time.
Facts.
Charmander, I
still prefer Charizard over Charmander.
Yeah.
I like Charizard.
Squirtle is the GOAT. Boy, stop. Boy, y'all look at him on camera tonight. Stop lying to the people, man. Charmander.
I don't have a problem with Squirtle.
I got a problem with Squirtle.
Charmander.
He's not Charmander, exactly.
And so, but anybody, so me and Fame are the only ones that play Pokemon Go?
Demi play.
Yeah, I play it too.
Oh, Demi play? Okay, all right.
Demi, who'd you start with?
I always choose grass type, so I went with Bulbasaur.
Man. What's your team, bro?
Valor.
Yeah, you my dog though. You pick Valor, so we cool.
I'm in the Twilight Zone.
No, we don't care, nigga.
Is it now? I was trying to do some more progression in it. Oops, sorry.
Somebody playing right now.
That's me. I'm saying that because the servers was down earlier today when I went to go take.
Hey, could you pay attention to the podcast, bro, and stop playing that garbage?
Hey, Pokemon Go just got a big update though.
Yeah, that's why it probably was down. But the thing about Pokemon Go is it's catching some negative headlines too because people are already setting up people to get robbed, sending out beacons to alleys to get robbed.
I mean, it's your own fault for running around with your cell phone out looking for rare Pokemon.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like, is it that serious?
Sometimes you gotta do it during the daytime, man. Then once nighttime starts to hit, go in the crib, bro. It ain't working.
I don't play.
That's the only way we're gonna get Eevee.
So do Pokemon Go have people going in the hood and everything? Like old white ladies are going in the hood looking for Pokemon?
I mean, I'll walk around the hood, like looking for Pokemon and stuff. But
man,
that's happened to me.
When I was at work, I work out in the burbs though. Everybody talk about taking a lunch break because they saw a Jinx in the parking lot.
Yes, indeed.
Man, it's so crazy because, like, my friends, like, I was playing Xbox the other night with a couple of my friends, and they're like, well, we gotta get off. I'm like, dude, it's like 7:30. They're like, yeah, we're going for a walk. We're gonna go catch Pokemon together. I'm like, what the?
At least people are getting exercise. I will say that's a plus. Gamers who normally just sit on their couch all day, they're actually
getting out walking
stuff.
Get the emulator for PC, and you can do it from the comfort of your computer chair.
Well, there we go.
GPS and Google Maps.
Yeah, but I think it tracks like live stuff going on. I don't know how that would work, but it may possibly work. I'm too unsure about if people could emulate it and try to do the Google Maps and stuff.
Yeah, they've already, PC Gamer did an article on it today. Somebody put it up on YouTube, and it fully works apparently from what I saw. They demonstrated it. It looked good. I'm like, okay. For those of us that are, maybe stuck in an office during the day, or that, or just, I don't know, it's just another advantage.
Because it was a dude in Chicago that used a drone. He put his phone on a drone.
Yeah, that's badass.
Straight cheat.
I'm like, y'all just cheating the game, man. Go walk, get some exercise, get this sunlight.
Exactly. I don't want to. And that's what's great. It took Pokemon Go to make people get off their butts and get outside and do something.
That is sad.
I'm just saying, y'all want to end up like the dog in the meme. He tired out. Talking about I've been on 7 walks today.
Wow.
I think this is the first time in the podcast I actually agree with Nicodemus on something.
Thank you, sir.
Dude, they're gonna update it
to reality and logic.
Trade Pokemon and all that stuff, man. It's gonna be dope.
See, my whole thing was you can't battle the Pokemon, so I'm not even interested. You just catch them.
It was cool. I mean, and this really hits on Nintendo, man. Nintendo has raked in over like $7 billion in revenue already with this game. That's crazy.
The stocks went up. That's crazy.
Because they're tapping that mobile market, man. They knew what they were doing.
Man, how much is this game?
It's free.
It's
free.
Mm-hmm.
So what they got in-game stuff you got to buy and stuff?
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to buy them because you walk to a Pokestop and they'll give you 20 Pokeballs and all that other stuff. You don't have to buy anything, but people are buying stuff.
Wow.
Over $7 billion they done made already, bro.
That's definitely good for Nintendo. I will say that.
Nintendo needed that.
They find ways to win.
People, say funny things about Nintendo. Nintendo needs this. Nintendo home consoles aren't doing well, but nobody can touch them in the mobile space.
Yeah.
Nintendo is winning handheld and mobile.
Handheld,
right,
mobile,
and that's where they're winning. I don't think they care about their home consoles like that anymore.
I think they care, but they don't really need it, honestly.
I say whoever's at the
handheld it's like Sony with the Vita. Yeah, they care. They're gonna make a little bit of money off it, but they really don't give a fuck.
I say who's ever at the handheld team really needs to help out the console team and whatever they do.
Why Nintendo's always dominated the handheld?
Wow, somebody said IGN has said 14 million in 4 days, but I've heard a bunch of different stuff, man. So
yeah, I've heard 14 million as well.
Whatever it is, they made a whole. I think I say million. I think I said billion. But they've made a lot of money, man.
Yeah, I can respect that, even though the game is garbage. I can respect that.
God, man.
Light-skinned dudes, they hate it.
Yeah, I hate it. I'll take it.
All right.
I'll take it.
Speaking of Nicodemus, you've had the honor to play Furi and show us how to beat a few bosses. So can you? I don't think any of us in this podcast has played Furi. Maybe Demigod. He's the only one I can think of that would possibly even participate in something like that.
It's free.
It's free to play on PS4 if you got PS Plus.
Oh, is it free to play on PS4? Cool. I was looking at the Steam version. Remember, I beat Dark Souls 2. I still haven't finished Dark Souls 3.
You know,
I don't have a problem with challenging games.
Solemn Sanctuary is giving me the greatest challenge this year. I'm not sure if I'm ready for another one, but Furi has been on the edge for me too. So I can say that's been giving me a hell of a challenge.
Yeah, Furi. I got it. I did get it early. And I did post a review for it on TiC. You guys can definitely check that out if you want details about the game. But it's a challenging game, but it's not as hard as Bloodborne or your Dark Souls, things like that. But it is still challenging. It's revolved around a story about this guy who's called the Stranger, and he's locked up in this intergalactic jail. And then in order for him to escape, he's got to fight these series of bosses or guardians in order to escape. So, I'm not going to spoil it by saying how many bosses there are, but there are a significant amount of bosses, and that's really all the game is. It's just boss battle after boss battle after boss battle.
So it's a boss rush, pretty much.
It's a bossosaurus. You get it?
They call it a boss rush game.
It's pretty good, man. The battles, they're like duels, right? So each boss, they're not mega overwhelming bosses, but they have their own unique fighting style, and you basically it's really mathematical. I can describe it because it's you have to really learn the bosses. It makes you learn the bosses, makes you learn their patterns. You cannot button mash through this game.
Sounds like Dark Souls.
Yeah, dude, if you try, you're gonna die. Like, there's no way you're gonna be able to button mash. It forces you to learn the patterns and learn how to work the game's mechanics in your advantage. So basically, there's a story, but like the story is told in between the bosses, and there's this weird, demented guy who's wearing like a bunny hat over his head. So he's telling you the story. He's telling you about the bosses that you're gonna face. As well, and it has a really cool story. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I will say that you're portrayed as the hero by the bunny guy, but by the Guardians, you're portrayed as the villain. Like, you were locked up for a specific reason, and it always makes you think like, okay, what did I do to get locked up? Because it seems pretty serious. The good things about the game is that the gameplay is really unique. I love the boss battles; they're definitely a challenge. One of the bad things, though, Kev, you probably will notice this if you do play it on PS4. There's some screen tearing that does occur in the game, and especially during cutscenes, like close up, you can definitely tell like there's screen tearing. Like, I was trying to get like thumbnails for some of my videos, and I had to really be careful about which ones I was choosing because you could clearly see like it was cut in freaking half. So they need to patch that definitely and get that going right. And then one other thing I don't like about the game is that there's like huge difficulty spikes. So like when you're fighting the bosses, like you fight in rounds, so like it could be 4 to 5 rounds, and like at the end of the round they become like extremely like hard, like to the point where you're freaking holding your controller, and I almost did this, and you almost want to snap your controller in half. It almost just like it becomes like really unfair. I would love to see Kids Move play this game. Now that I think about it, I would love to see a live stream of this man playing this game because, dog, you would be fuming. Like, I don't know how you would handle a game like this. You saw the gameplay, right?
Yeah, I see the game. I watched your gameplay, and I was like, man, this thing looks annoying as all hell. I was like, I would never do that.
Yeah, dog, it's really fun, man. It's like it's systematic. Like, it's like I like learning how to, beat the boss. I love learning how to beat each stage, and then once you learn it, it's like it becomes like a breeze. So I like that it forces you to do that, even though it is aggravating sometimes. But I personally I like games like
Dark Souls. I think you should check out Dark Souls.
I've never played Dark Souls, as you know. I went straight into like Bloodborne. I love Bloodborne, definitely, but I never tried Dark Souls.
If you like Bloodborne, Dark Souls is harder, but it's slower too. But just like you described, you have to pay attention to what the bosses are doing. You have to learn their patterns and how to exploit them, or you're gonna get wrecked.
Yeah.
Take your time. Don't rush in.
That is just Salt and Sanctuary.
Yeah, Salt and Sanctuary is a spiritual successor of Bloodborne.
Yeah, that's side scrolling, right, Demi?
Yeah, it's just a side scroller.
Yeah, I need to check that out at some point. I can only handle so many like Demi said. I can only handle so many like challenging games like that in a certain time period, because they do get annoying. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, when Dark Souls 3 came out, the reason I put it down, I was going through a bunch of stress at work, and I was wrapping up my degree. I'm like, man, this is too stressful. It's midterms. Work is stressful. I'm putting Dark Souls down for a minute.
Yeah, but I definitely recommend Furi. It is on PC. I think it's like $24 on PC. There's a sale going on, and then also it's free on PS Plus right now. So I definitely recommend that game, man.
Yeah, it's $25 on Steam right now. Probably cheaper on Great Keys. Probably get it 15, 16.
So go get that Furi.
So I see that you gave the Furi 8.6.
Yeah, it's the way it averages out, dude. Like when you choose like what you want to rate it for gameplay, sound, all that stuff, it averages to 8.6. But yeah, it's definitely an 8 in my opinion. Yeah, really good game.
All right, and this game is available on PlayStation. Is it just on PlayStation or what?
Yeah, just PlayStation and PC right now. Yeah, right, so you can't try it. You can't try it yet, but
you can use the Xbox too. You can play it all.
I can play it on the Xbox too. Yeah, but
and I bet you he'll get like 90 frames a second. Glorious.
Oh yeah, because you got a PC, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you can't play it.
It's that 980 Ti. That glory.
I'm tripping. Yeah, you can play it. You should try it. You should live stream it. That would be fun. Come on, bro. You gotta entertain people. I thought you were.
Money.
I thought you were an entertainer, dude.
Yeah, not at my expense.
If you're gonna stream something like that, you gotta be hyped. You gotta be hyped.
So let me make sure I'm understanding this. If someone gifts you the game, you'll play it.
Yep.
I think
Kevin first.
Here's the thing about you got to understand. I can't stand. It's one thing to when you have a game and you don't like it, whatever. But when you buy the game and you weren't completely sure about it, and then you turn out hating it, it makes it that more frustrating. That damn. Especially if it's digital, because it ain't like you really can get your money back for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can on PC. You do it on Steam refunds.
Yeah, but if somebody, but I'm not.
I know your situation. They just get the Steam refund.
Yeah, that's true. I'm tired. How many games did I return on Steam? I returned the game on Steam, and then I got it back, so I gifted it to me when I got this. when I got this PC bill.
I've got so many fucking refunds on Steam for bad games.
But we have all right, Red Dead Redemption. As it became backwards compatible, it also saw a sales boost on Amazon. It's like one of the top played games on Xbox. A lot of people try to damage control the situation because backwards compatibility isn't a big deal. That's what people are saying. But it's obviously this is, I guess, was the one game that made people like, all right, this is the one Xbox 360 game I'm going to play, because there's many Xbox 360 games that's available for backwards compatibility, but for some reason Red Dead Redemption was the move, and I just want to know your take on that. Any of your takes on it?
It's just it's continued brilliance for Microsoft. I mean, if I'm these devs, if I'm a developer, there's no reason why I wouldn't sign up on this. I mean, because developers are all about getting money, and this is a great money move, because there are a lot of people who missed out on, the original game, or they had it physically, and they got rid of 360, got rid of all the 360 titles. I mean, this is a great move by Microsoft. I know these developers are loving it. I don't see why more developers haven't signed up to put every single game they have on 360 backwards compatible. It's a great move. Brilliant move, as a matter of fact.
I bought a digital copy of it for my X1. Right now, backwards compatibility for the games I can't get on my PC are what's keeping my X1 here. That and my kids like it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's like, Kev, you still got your Xbox on. I'm surprised.
Yeah, but I don't have gold. I haven't renewed my gold.
He has it because the family loves it, he says.
Yeah, most of the family loves it, and for the things like Red Dead Redemption that I can get now backward compatibility.
Anybody?
Pause real quick. I want to give a shout out to the chat, everybody watching. Please hit that like button, because lives definitely matter. Also, share out the podcast. Get your friends in here. If you ain't got no friends, get your enemies in here.
And make sure you go to Xbox versus PlayStation podcast tomorrow.
World's life matters too.
Look at kids moving.
Yeah, we plug another podcast on this podcast.
It's all TiC, baby. It's all TiC, baby.
So make sure you guys come to my channel tomorrow and check out TiC's Xbox versus PlayStation podcast, hosted by me and my light-skinned brother Nicodemus X. We promoing on this channel today. Deal with it.
All TiC, baby. It's all TiC.
Oh my God.
Have any of you gone back to Red Dead Redemption since it became backwards compatible?
Also, shout out to the dude in the chat who called me a pony. I'm a PC elitist, thanks.
Yeah, get it right, nuggle.
The Red Dead never hit PC, right?
No, it didn't. As I said, for games that I can't play on my PC, that's what I have consoles running for.
Wait, Red Dead never came out for PC?
Nope. It's not for peasants.
Wow.
Nope, it never came out for PC. It was one of the
greatest games ever in history.
I agree.
Man.
I've never beaten it, even when I had a 360.
Red Dead is a console exclusive.
Oh man.
No, I never. I started playing it, and then Mass Effect 3 came out when I was playing it, and I just never went back.
Red Dead Redemption is a console exclusive.
Rockstar really has a way of really teasing the PC gamers, making them wait for GTA 5. Red Dead never came.
But GTA 5 on PC is fucking amazing. It was worth the wait. I played it on 360, X1, PS4, and PC. The PC version was worth the wait.
And wait, is Batman working yet, or is that game still crap?
Yeah. Batman is mostly working. They stopped, they're not doing SLI and Crossfire. And there was one other thing that's still messed up. Some of the NVIDIA specific features that never work in anything, like it's broken in The Witcher 2, but nobody said anything about it being broken in The Witcher. Like the NVIDIA GameWorks features never work. So those are still broken, and the SLI Crossfire is still broken. Everything else on back.
I would have rather them for Red Dead release a remaster than just backwards compatibility.
Bro, you just saying that because you want it on PS4.
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying.
That's low, Nicodemus. That's very low, Nicodemus.
That's all.
Dog, I'm not being salty. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it would have been better graphics, frame rate, higher frame rates and stuff. It would have been nice.
And it would have been on the PS4. Yeah.
And that minor detail does play a factor. It's just a minor detail, guys. Come on now. You guys know I love Xbox.
We know nothing. We know nothing except for that you've been ponying up.
I have been, boy. I've been ponying it up in these streets lately.
The more you go without an Xbox, the more you will be disappointed, Nicodemus.
I don't know who's the bigger pony at this point.
I have not been disappointed this whole generation.
This whole generation, your highlights has been indies.
Hey, listen. To be fair, the whole last generation, my highlights were indies because Xbox Live Arcade, I lived there. So to be fair,
yeah, but that was a choice. This year, you defaulted to be the king of indies.
Nah, fam. No. I mean,
I don't get how you the king of indies on a console. We know all the good indies are on Steam.
This is true.
That is correct.
True.
Steam has
I don't know nothing about that life. I can only be king over what I know, so I don't know nothing about all that.
We're gonna bring you into the glory. We're gonna bring you into the glory.
I know this man. Let me tell you something about Kev before we move on. This man Kev, since day one, has trying to get me to ascend. He's been telling me about the greatness that is PC ever since day one. Ever since he got me on Pixel Crashers podcast. Shout out to the Pixel Crashers, Morty and them. He's been trying to get me to ascend. Me and Fame actually.
I was getting Fame before then. I've been on Fame for like 2 years. Like,
wow.
This is what you should do, bruh.
Heavy. Like, and I'll jump aside, Kev and my buddy Jeremy, man, are two of the PC guys I respect the most, man. And if it wasn't for me constantly spending my money on other stuff, I'd have been bought a PC, man. But I respect Kev's opinion when he talks about PC, man. And him and Jeremy are the only reasons why I'm even considering buying one. Honestly. Everybody has opinion on those. Because Kev, you say PC graphics all the time, but it comes from a respect. I respect this dude. So
you're
jokingly. Like, when I call people peasants and I'm talking about like peasantry shit, 90% of the time I'm joking. Yeah. Or you're really saying some stupid shit.
Which means
I'm pretending paying for Xbox Live and PSN. And saying that they do it for you.
I don't have a gaming
That's
PC.
stupidity to me.
You can play something. You can play Uno, Solitaire.
I have Uno on my 360.
See, I'm waiting for Kid Smooth to sell his PC for $40, and I'm gonna grab that up quick.
That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to that 980 Ti.
Yeah, I won't sell the thing. I would sell parts. I won't sell the actual.
This man Kid Smooth don't play PC.
He don't. He's been
on Street Fighter heavy.
No, I played. I have a 3-game rotation right now in between. Between my PC and my Xbox. The PC I've been on Street Fighter because sometimes I just like to get in the mood to just like I don't know do a Thukems and shit. And
every time I get on my PC, I see Jerry on Street Fighter 5.
Is either Street Fighter, Rise, Son of Rome, and then Gears because even though I think I'm like an hour away from beating Rise on the PC, and then they added the Street Fighter solo campaign, the real one, and I'm trying to finish that, and then I want to complete Gears on PC, and Fame we have to complete the insane mode of Gears on Xbox.
Yeah, you sent me an invite, but I was watching something with the wife, so I
couldn't. You were doing non-gaming events, so that's it.
Wow. Yeah. You guys have never completed insane mode.
You gotta spend time with your woman.
No, we've done it individually, but I need the co-op achievement. So me and Jerry were together on insane, and we was getting murdered that first night. You know what's crazy is I told Kid, Kid, man, I'm gonna die a lot at first. So first couple of missions when we split up, I was getting killed. And after that, I picked up my Steam. But what happened? Kids moved down every 2 seconds. Pick me up, man. Yo, Gears on Insane on co-op is hard, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Hard, man.
It is. I remember that joint. It's harder than single player, right? Like they up the difficulty.
But yeah, Jerry, man, this weekend we could definitely get back on it.
Yeah.
And keep running it, man. I'm gonna get a couple of beers and.
Yeah, I'm gonna join you guys as well.
Hey, come on through, man. You can even take my spot when I'm tired. Come to the house, man. Come on.
I need to, dude. You said you got beers? I need to.
Yeah.
I love coming over by people's house mooching. It's one of my.
My question
is always trying to get something for nothing.
You already know.
just
how y'all feel about, since we talking about Gears too, with that crossplay on Gears 4? I wish Ultimate had it.
Crossplay.
I
was upset that
crossplay anywhere.
It didn't have, like, Ultimate didn't have crossplay.
Right, the Gears 4 will.
Yeah, Gears 4 will to an extent. I think for co-op only though.
For co-op and horde mode, it won't have it in the competitive multiplayer.
Yeah,
which is
that
fine.
ain't right. Unless they
I totally agree. Don't put it in the competitive multiplayer. But horde mode and campaign, I think that's great.
Hey, all I know is when games like Scalebound drop, we better have a squad together on Scalebound. Because I'm pretty sure that'll be crossplay with PC too. And get your dragon ready. We mud.
Well, even though I don't want to dive deep into it, but the only thing I'm curious about Scalebound is I'm wondering if is it like a semi-open world multiplayer, or is it just like a multiplayer boss battles that's multiplayer?
From what I heard, I could have sworn they said the whole game could be played in multiplayer.
Yeah, I think the whole game.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, it would make sense. That would be stupid. That would be
dope.
stupid if it's just boss battles multiplayer.
So from the beginning, me and we can have a squad of dragons and stuff. We just mud. I'm pretty sure the difficulty gonna ramp up like crazy, but
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's only 2 people at a time. Well, it might be because they had 4 in the demo, didn't they? They had 4 people playing. I mean, this world's gonna be huge, dude.
Yep, that's gonna be like early 2017. I'm
yes, sir.
Gamescom is next month, so see what else we're gonna see. I'm interested to see what new they're gonna show. Like for example,
they have to show new stuff. You're right.
Yeah, they have to. They're gonna need to.
But just before, I want to ask one last question before we get off this topic of backwards compatibility. Now, with the success of Red Dead Redemption, what other game do you feel that can have like somewhat of the same success if it becomes backwards compatible? Is there any games that you guys that isn't backwards compatible yet that you want to see backwards compatible?
Fight Night Round 4.
No, fuck that. I want a new Fight Night.
I do want to do Fight Night, but until then, give us Fight Night.
Like, because EA has already said too, they're not interested in backward compatibility. They had said that like a year ago.
But I thought they was thinking about putting games.
Yeah, no, but their mind changed after that because it put more value into EA Access.
Yeah, I was heard they're gonna put games. They're gonna put BC games in EA Access.
Yeah. Speaking of EA Access, you can download.
I know that they have EA Access for PC.
And Need for Speed now.
Need for Speed and what else?
Unravel. You can download that. If you
and Garden Warfare 2, right?
That's going to be August.
Gotcha.
That's what's up.
Maybe that'll give me a reason to get EA Access again because I stopped paying for it because there's nothing but sports games in there.
It's EA. That's like saying I don't like Ubisoft Access because there's nothing but Assassin's Creed in there.
Dude, Ubisoft Access would be dope.
See, I don't know because they have EA Access for PC, and we don't. And the only sports game EA puts out on PC is FIFA.
Yeah, it's still Origin Access is different because there's some games that just hasn't made the consoles, and there's games they have a different set of games. I'm looking at it now. It's most same games like it's Hardline, Titanfall,
Dragon Age, the Mass Effect trilogy, SimCity. Most of these games are on console. Dead Space.
Yeah, not on the Xbox One though. They're like, you know what I mean? Like for example, like. You guys got a lot more because the library can expand back, whereas they have to rely on backwards compatibility and new games on Xbox One.
Now, you're saying because PC has infinite backward compatibility, like there's no generations like there are consoles.
And with that being said, the only bad part about Origin Access versus EA Access, it essentially costs more because a year of Origin Access is more than a year of EA Access. With Origin Access, you have to pay. It's a monthly. They don't offer a year subscription.
Factual.
So that ended up becoming $60 a year for that, and then only was it $30 per year on the Xbox One? So
$24.99. $24.99, I believe.
It went down.
Or 28. I can't remember. I have to look because I was looking at getting it. I think it's 28. It might be 28. It was cheap though.
Yeah, it's something like that. I know it's cheaper on console.
Yeah. Speaking of Origin, I freaking forgot my dang on login. Like, how does that happen?
Because you mess around and don't use Origin for 6 months. You basically use it when Battlefield comes out.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know I'm right. Nobody uses that.
Yeah. I don't know my freaking login. That sucks. I'm gonna have to oh wow. I don't know my ID. Well, I can turn on EA Access and find out my ID. I just gotta figure out my password. But what else we got? Shout out to Jeremy Show. Hashtag.
Oh, we giving shout outs now? Who is that?
Yeah, I was paying attention to the chat.
Oh.
On rare occasions I do.
Well, good for you.
Thanks, Nicodemus. And also, did any of you guys hear about the news of the NPD finally including digital games in their monthly sales?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to leave every gaming group I'm part of because now I'm never gonna hear the end of sales again for like 3 months.
maybe 6 months.
Oh man,
this is gonna put a lot of Xbox guys out of excuses. A lot of Xbox guys always say, "Well, I bought the game digitally." I'm an Xbox guy, and most of my Xbox library is digital. So I mean, I can attest to that. There are people who do it, but the NPD's coming out, and the gap widens and shows y'all ain't buying digital. If we know you're not buying physical, y'all gotta shut the hell up.
The damage control is going to be golden.
It's going to be wonderful. It's not going to help the sales argument because as many digital sales that are sold on one console is probably more or about the same on the other. So, I mean, it's going to be the same amount as far as sales go.
It's not going to help anyway because they're more about sales of plastic, not games. Like, now, people in this community are actually about games.
Here's the thing about it, though. Here's the thing. They're going to be doing it, but it still isn't going to be accurate. I don't know if any of you guys read the article that I put up on TiC about the situation. Is the only problem
I checked it out. It's smooth.
All right, so enlighten us. Let's see how well you paid attention.
I immediately retract that statement because I didn't read the whole thing.
Are you talking about the caveats?
How are you going to ask for support and you're not even supporting your damn self? Oh my God! How do you not?
Exposed.
Are you talking about?
I got distracted, dog. I was at work. I got distracted, man.
Are you talking about the caveat where they devs have to opt into it?
Yes. Thank you. And he's a PC guy. My God. Yes. So yeah, devs have to, not devs, but the publishers have to opt in. So the problem is the publishers that are currently opting in versus the ones who are not makes it kind of null and void until these big guys opt in. So the people that are currently, I think, opted in are you got Activision, Bandai, Capcom, EA, Square Enix, Take-Two, and Warner Brothers. That's good. That's good for some multi-plat games. People who need to opt in are Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Sega. And they need to somehow get permission from Nintendo's eShop, EA's Origin, Blizzard's Battle.net to get like a bigger picture. But you see the mega guys aren't there yet, so you're gonna get you're gonna see some changes and stuff like that, but it's not gonna have a huge impact until Sony and really Microsoft decide to opt in their reports. And the way that Microsoft reveals reports, and if anybody checked out the last 3 videos that I posted up, they're probably not going to do it because Phil Spencer further explained why they're doing the stats they're doing opposed to sales, and he also cleared up on no, it's not because he said it doesn't take a calculator to tell that PlayStation's outselling Xbox. So he said that in the interviews right there on my channel. Check it out.
I checked out those videos, Kid Smooth.
Did you really?
I saw them when they happened on E3.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't pay attention because the reason why I upload those things is that because a lot of the stuff people are talking about, the questions they're asking, the misunderstandings, is like, well, all this stuff has been answered before, and nobody wants to find answers. So I figure if I re-upload the answers, people will be reminded, oh, he said that. You know. So,
I have a confession to make.
I'm listening.
I didn't watch those videos yet, Kids Move.
I didn't expect you couldn't read 2 minutes into the article. I expect you to watch 30 minutes of content.
I saw them pop up. They're not 30 minutes. Oh, well, both of them together are.
Well, yeah, all three of them together are probably 45 minutes.
Actually, I really hope with this NPD thing, I can't wait for it to come in. I want the only studio I want to opt into the NPD digital sales is I want Bethesda to, because then I can just get on that Fallout 4 greatness, since that outsold every exclusive by a long shot. So, hype games, not exclusives.
And so, but anybody else got anything to say about that? Who's playing something? I hear some Pac-Man.
Somebody playing Pokemon, probably.
It has to be Demi, dude.
It's
Demi is always.
Demi, the only dude in here that plays games all the time.
He does, bro. I gotta give him that. All right, what are you playing, Demi?
When in doubt, you always blame Demi for something. I'm just chilling, man.
You just chilling. What are you playing? What are you playing, dude?
I'm not playing anything. I'm actually going through my PS4 menu.
Oh.
I don't know why you go there. You ain't gonna find anything.
Yes, indeed. This dude here, you know you're wrong, right? You know PlayStation got all the games, while you're over here suffering because you ain't got nothing to play.
Oh, the PlayStation 4 StarCraft?
Hey, I have
a lot. You ain't got a PlayStation.
Hold on, does PS4 have StarCraft?
What is that? We're talking about significant games, Kev.
What is that?
See, if he would ascend, he would know that StarCraft is one of the most heavily promoted esports out there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's only on PC. It's a Blizzard game.
StarCraft, League, Smite.
It's funny because he swear he the king of indies and king of games, right? So half the games that he feels like he discovered on PlayStation. Oh shit!
See, the games he discovers on PlayStation are 4-year-old PC games.
Yeah, they're 4-year-old on PC. I'm like, oh my god, this dude's
Because I don't know nothing
about it.
I don't know nothing about PC, dog. I don't know nothing about it. And then when some of the games I do discover on PS4, I look at the history. I'm like, oh, this just came out, and I'm like, oh, it was on PC 4 years ago. Oh, okay.
Oh man,
I'm telling you, if you have a laptop, the games you like to play, they're like $10. Shit,
on
PC.
Yeah, to play the games you like, you don't need to build anything.
No.
I mean, you
can, it doesn't hurt. The legit do a $250 PC.
Yeah, but I still play.
But
I still play triple A's too. So I mean,
just
because indie games right now are better than a lot of triple A games.
I'm not saying indie games fault. I'm saying expand the library potential.
Oh, expand the library potential.
It expands your library, expands your choices, as opposed to getting an Xbox and a PlayStation, which mostly have the same library. 90% of their library is the same.
So this is good. This is segueing into what we want to talk to Kev about tonight. Kev the Gamer has a PC build series on his channel that is really popular right now, especially for us people who are ignorant to the PC world. So Kev, can you tell us a little bit about this series, and then also can you elaborate on the PS4 killer / Xbox double killer PC build that you can that we can get?
So essentially, there are tons of videos on these where it's just a build guide. You pick the parts to get a PC in a certain price range. Lots of people do these on YouTube. This is nothing original that I've done. But people kept asking me, hey, I want a PC, but I don't know how much I can spend or what should I put in it. That's why I started doing these guides, because I keep getting people asking me about it. Well, I don't know how much I should spend. They think they need something like a 1080 or a 980 Ti, or they think, oh my God, PC gaming is so expensive because the RX 480 is $200. But we've had $200 video cards. We've had $100 video cards. But when we tried telling people this, they didn't want to listen. So this quote-unquote PS4 killer, which I actually said in the video, I hate that term because I don't hate consoles. I don't like Microsoft and Sony very much, just don't like but have no beef with consoles. The idea there was to build a PC on a console budget, and I did it like $338, which then of course you got all the comments. Xbox One's cheaper, but it's cheaper than PS4.
Mm-hmm. So with that price right there, we were talking about this in the podcast last week. That doesn't include like all the extra stuff you would need, like monitors, keyboard, the actual casing, all that stuff. So
the case is in there. The case is in there.
You include the casing in that price?
The monitors, I still say if you want to play on the TV, then you shouldn't include that. That's like saying we got to include the buying your TV for an Xbox. So I never understood the two because they correlate the same way. Or if you want to plug your PC into your TV, do it. That's how I did it at first. I didn't have a monitor for like a year and a half. I just used my TV. I'm trying to think. And then you said keyboard and mouse. Again, if you just want to use a controller in big picture mode, then there's really no need for a mouse.
Yeah, a console guy like myself would definitely be using a controller. I can't get down with keyboard and mouse.
Or if you've ever owned a PC in your life and you have the basic office, $5 mouse and keyboard set, you don't need an elaborate mouse and keyboard.
Yeah,
I have a freaking what you call it? The hell is this thing? This is some solar panel keyboard. It's a regular it's not meant for gaming, but it charges with the sun. So
okay, that's the whole idea with PC gaming. It's use whatever the fuck you got. Use whatever you want. But people they make it sound like you have to have like these two yeah, my keyboard's $100. I got it as a Father's Day gift. My mouse was $100. I got it as a Father's Day gift. But before that, my mouse and keyboard combined was like
$100.
You what?
You said your mouse was $100?
Yeah, the Death Rider Chroma.
Shit, I'll grab a street mouse and just hook them up to my computer.
Well, my wife bought
the bed at night.
I think you. So it is what it is. Like you can, and it's just to me, it's no different than you bought an Xbox One Elite controller. $200 controller? Hell no. It's just like you don't need a $100 mouse. You just game on what you got.
That is true. I prefer Logitech. My mouse is a Logitech.
Mm-hmm. Everybody has their preference. It is. I like Corsair myself, but Logitech is the best.
Corsair is good.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the other things we were talking about last week also was like being able to game with your friends that are on Xbox. Like for example, so like Kiss Move, Undead, and Fame, and Demi too, they all got Xboxes. So like if I was to get Xbox, I'd be playing like Gears of War or other games with them. So if I was to get a PC, or if anybody was to get a PC, would we be able to play with them on
Depends
Xbox?
On the games.
Does it work like that?
Depends on the games. Like with, for example, the cross-play with Street Fighter. Most of the people I played on Street Fighter were on PS4. Rocket League, I can play with PS4 people or Xbox people or PC people. It's all part of the matchmaking.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I didn't catch the question.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm confused about though. Is like, isn't like Xbox One in the Windows integration gonna make it so that all games you could play on PC plus play with people on Xbox and vice versa? Isn't all games gonna be like that? Isn't that how the
depends on the developer? Work? The way Phil Spencer worded it originally, he says, if the developer wants to do it. So, say, for example, Rocket League. They wanted to do it. In the video Kid Smooth posted earlier, they approached Phil Smooth, not Phil Smooth, Phil Spencer.
Phil Smooth.
I'll take that name, though. I will take that name.
No.
Phil Smooth.
Don't go there. Do not take it. Don't take it. Forget he even said that, dude.
I still prefer base Phil myself. But what was it? They approached Phil Spencer to do this, and he was like, "Okay, let's do this." I want to see crossplay. I've been just begging for this for years. Crossplay between all the platforms because there's no reason, You know, I mean, I understand competitive shooters outside of that, but that's not every game. That's like a small, minute percentage of games that are out there if you really think about it. Where we should be able to play with our friends if it's on the platform, no matter where they are. We shouldn't be. To me, it's just like a big paywall. If I want to play Mortal Kombat with my friends, and they all have PlayStations and I have an Xbox, well, shit. But I really like Halo. Now I have to buy both. Why can't they just be crossplay?
Think about
There's
it
no
as
technical reason behind it.
Like the mobile market. You know how cell phone games you can play, whether you're on an iPhone or Google or whatever, as long as you all have that same game, you can play it. You know
exactly. And I wish consoles would adapt that same mentality. And I think that's kind of where Microsoft is going. Yeah, everything is open, everything is together. But I think the problem we're going to see, at least in the console space, is I don't think Sony wants that. Sony and Nintendo kind of have this very Apple-ish kind of mentality.
Yeah, Sony not going to want it unless they see that it's working for Microsoft to such a degree that their sales are like totally like trumping them. But Sony is doing so
what
well
does sales have to do with crossplay though? They don't want to keep saying that all the time. Well, if Sony sales are so high, they should do crossplay. What does sales have to do with crossplay?
Right, because nothing. In fact, Sony actually came out and said, I don't know if you guys saw the article a couple weeks ago, they're making the Neo so that way you don't go out and buy a PC.
Yeah.
They're legit wanting to keep people in their ecosystem like Apple. It's a very Apple attitude.
And I say they don't need it. They don't need
let's face it, though, with Sony, they never do anything first. They always wait to see, like when they did the PlayStation Move, Nintendo already had the Wii out, and the Wii was selling like hotcakes, so PlayStation was like, hey, this is a good idea, we're going to make this, and it was awful.
Well, Sony has done it, like Final Fantasy, I forget which one it was. It's the MMO one. It came out right around the time the consoles did. It was crossplay between PS3, PS4, and PC. I think it was on Vita, too, I don't recall.
Yeah, I mean,
they've done it. They just don't really make a big deal about it.
It's not going to be commonplace.
Right, exactly. And that's the primary difference between what Microsoft is doing and Sony. Microsoft wants to, we want this everywhere. If we can get it, we want it. Where it makes sense.
You see?
That's Microsoft changing, their whole... No, but Microsoft, what they're doing is good, but that's them changing their whole business model or whatever. They're trying to, fit a need, as a corporation. Sony doesn't need to do that.
If you remember back to the Xbox original, they did this on the original Xbox. The problem is when the 360 came about, it was really about forcing PC gamers to buy an Xbox to get what they want. And when PC games were Windows Gold, they wanted it to again be like an Xbox. When the PC community just said fuck off, they said, okay, we're going to just go here and do us. We're winning, whatever. Now they're not. Now Sony is completely dominating. You have someone like Phil Spencer, and there's like, hey, how can we make more money? Let's open it up to the biggest gaming audience out there. To me, it makes a lot of sense.
It does make a lot of sense.
It definitely makes sense.
PC gamers spend a lot more on games, I find, than not necessarily spend, but they play a ton more games than consoles. Like I have a couple of my PC friends, they're playing a new game every couple of days and beating it. My console friends are still playing Madden 15 or Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
This is where I disagree with that though, because I feel like the PC, it has like a population of games. The games that thrive and are successful on consoles are not the same games that are successful on PC.
Yeah, it really depends. It varies.
That's true.
The big one on PC that I think that's both big on PC and console, Battlefield.
And Overwatch. Right?
Well,
yeah,
Overwatch, but Overwatch is still bigger on PC right now than it is on console.
Oh, yeah.
Do people still play Overwatch on console?
Yeah.
Sure.
When did it come out? Has it been out like a full month?
Yeah, it came out at the end of May, right around Memorial Day.
Okay,
that's
so give it one more month.
Yeah, a game would be a good game, even though with the whole mouse and keyboard thing, that should have been like a cold cross-play type game. Even if you could just open it teammates, at least teammates only. But then again, who knows? I feel like a game like that being
the console dudes would have got wrecked by Soldier 76 every time. Or and there's balance reasons. Like they were talking about Torbjorn's an issue on console. He's not an issue on PC.
I don't think how he's an
Widowmaker,
issue on
people say on console she wasn't a problem. She was a huge problem on PC.
Also, the dudes on consoles getting trumped by Torbs, and he's so easy to
Exactly.
conquer.
Where PC, he's not a problem at all.
Only
Just
issue
a
I have
minor
with Torb,
annoyance.
just that his turrets have too much range, but he's so
Mhm.
easy to beat.
Right. Yeah. They're like I take Junkrat and just not nail it from across the map. Problem solved.
Too easy.
Hmm Like my big problem right now is Genji and Bastion because Genji knocks back everything I shoot at him. Fucking bastard.
And also wanted to talk about some updates for Xbox One Scorpio or Project Scorpio. To those who might have watched and people who didn't watch, Nicodemus, from the
I'll get to
videos
it. I promise.
I uploaded, there was this thing that Phil Spencer said, but he kind of like just talked over it because he didn't want to point it out as a big deal. But you know how games like Gears 4 and Halo, and there was another game that they were able to get 1080p by using dynamic resolution, like the dynamic scaling, bringing down like the resolution to get the frame rate up, and vice versa for the games to run. So games like those games that are using that technology are made with Project Scorpio in mind, because those same games playing on a Scorpio you would always have the highest frame rate. You'll be playing at the highest buffer as well as the resolution. When it won't do its adjusting thing. It would just cap out there. So just to give you a heads up, so like Halo at all times wasn't 1080 60. It was like whatever semi 9 something whatever. Being that it was using dynamic, but on Scorpio it would be 1080 60 frames.
I don't know if they're gonna. Did they confirm that they're giving you the option to do 30 or 60?
They didn't talk much about how every game will work. It was just that part of the when he was like when they were asking about, well, how will it affect like old games and stuff like that, and he was like, well. He's like, we announced this now, so developers can start making games with Scorpio in mind, even though that they're making it for like the Xbox One. And with a game, because like a game like, let's say, I don't know, Dead Rising is not going to do anything. You know what I mean? Well, Dead Rising 3. But with games like that have used that dynamic, I think Quantum Break used the dynamic technology as well. They're going to perform better on Scorpio. But they didn't talk about specs of like, hey, we're going to give them the option to do 30 frames or 60 frames. They didn't even talk about frame rates as what's going to be like the lock frame rate for games, because at the end of the day, what they did point out is that we're leaving everything up to the developers. They did confirm that. It's however the developer wants to use it.
Okay. Yeah, I say that because I don't know. I would think giving half the community 30 frames per second and half of them 60, because I don't think everybody's going to go out and buy a Scorpio. At least not right away. I would think that would be a competitive disadvantage to the guys on the original Xbox.
Yeah, that's why most games won't will be just the same game. If anything, the up-res. It's like the games like like Halo. I don't think it'll be a disadvantage because Halo remains at 60 frames per second.
Right. Yeah, like I actually bump the resolution, keep everyone at 30, because resolution isn't that big a deal. It's just prettier.
Yeah. But any thoughts? Anything anybody want to say?
Nah, I was gonna say I'm definitely with Scorpio. I really don't have too much of an interest. I'm in the process of figuring out my PC build, so I'm gonna start ordering parts in the next month or two and move it on from there.
Glorious. How much you looking to spend?
Look at Kev's all excited.
I'm actually going to tweet Kev this later because I got to get budgeted out and everything because I got a budget set out for it and I want to see what I can get for it. I want to get the most bang for my buck because I'm in Canada, unfortunately, and the duty is brutal. So I have to try to find a Canadian source for parts.
The GTX 1060 is coming out next Tuesday. It's supposed to be on par with the base 980 for $250.
That's not bad.
That card is going to be a beast. It's going to do some beastly 1440p gaming on top of killing 1080. It's overkill for 1080. I would heavily look into that. Like 1080 on PC, that's dead, as far as I'm concerned, because the hardware
is peasantry on PC now.
Nobody's
No,
gonna say
because too many people uses it.
Right, exactly. It's still the most popular resolution, but the current hardware coming out is all overkill for it.
I
Even
wonder
like
why
the RX 480 will destroy 1080p.
Why are there so many console gamers who are all of a sudden acting like the top resolution is crap? Like, there's so much hate towards 4K. I can't believe it.
You have to understand that they hate what
either.
they believe they cannot have.
Because
What they believe they cannot attain. Like,
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like what I tell people all the time, I got labeled the PC guy. I've been gaming on console since the NES. I never stopped gaming on console. I got a PC 3 years ago because of the Xbox One reveal. I see the differences. I see the massive differences, but I know I've caught a lot of hate because my PC I can say I like PC and catch hate. Don't say anything. The moment any console.
The moment the Scorpio reveal was made and talked about 4K, all of a sudden 4K sucks. I'm happy with 1080p. I'm like, I just don't understand how the higher resolution was the better resolution. Now the higher resolution isn't the better resolution. When it was 1080p is better than 900p. 900p is lower. It sucks. You play at 900p, you're crap. 4K comes out, 4K sucks. It's all about 1080p. 1080p is the best.
That's peasantry, bro. That's high
quality. What is the reasoning behind that argument, though? Like, are anybody giving like valid reasons why
the only one I've ever seen that was semi-reasonable. Someone said they were happy with their 1080p on their PS4, because they didn't want to have to upgrade to a 4K TV.
That's reasonable.
That is a reasonable excuse. But these guys that are saying 4K isn't that great have not seen 4K.
I mean, at this point, if you don't have a 4K TV, I mean, they're getting cheaper and cheaper. I mean, I don't know if Phil got a lot of hate about, if you don't have a 4K TV, you won't take full advantage of the console, and that's the truth.
Yeah. Like, I know I recently, a few months ago, bought a 1440p monitor. I was going to go 4K. Is it the biggest difference in gaming in the world? No. But it's nice. The added resolution does look great.
Well, see, I actually had a really good conversation with a coworker. He was asking me if he should get a PS4 or an Xbox One, because he hadn't played any games since his PS3 back a couple of years ago and wanted to get back into it. I said, well, next year you can wait, and they'll have like the PS4 Neo and the Xbox Scorpio will be out, and they'll be in 4K. And he's like, looks at me and goes, "What's 4K?" The general population does not care. They just want to buy the stuff, play the games. The only people that are going to buy these high-end upgraded consoles are people that care about resolutions or that are, plastic huggers.
The people that are into 4K movies, TV, all that stuff, they're going to appreciate it as well, though. Mm-hmm. And a lot of those people, they're gamers as well. So I think, though, that's a market that will appreciate.
I'm not going to deny it's a market, but I'm with Fame in the fact that when they announced the Neo was going to be in 4K, everyone was like, oh, this is the best thing ever. Xbox actually announces the specs and says it's going to be in 4K, and now 4K is garbage. Like, I understand majority of the gaming community now owns PS4s and everything else, but you gotta have consistency. I can consistently say, I can consistently say whether I have 4K or 1080. I am pretty indifferent. I would rather spend more time playing games than worrying about the resolution. Is 4K prettier? Yes. Am I okay with 1080? Yes. Because that's my budget right now. I have a 32-inch smart TV. I do not have a 4K TV. So there's going to be a long process before I go buy a 4K TV, get a 4K console, and everything else. But if you're going to drop like $2,000 on a 4K TV and to get a console that can play 4K, you might as well go PC.
You're asking too much. Asking people to be reasonable in this community is like asking them to actually play games and stop dealing with all the drama. It's just it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. But no, I get where you're coming from, but people have agendas, and they're going to use anything they can to justify their agenda.
Man,
that's what they say.
That's what kills me though. It's like half these people I talk to, it's like they'll say reasonable stuff when it comes to certain topics, but as soon as it gets onto their console of choice, they just lose all logic. Some of my best friends, I just sit there and I look at them, I just shake my head. I'm like, you are so dumb. Like it just blows me away. It's like when people talk about PC being so expensive all the time, I always laugh because yes, you pay a little bit more for the hardware. If you want a nicer end PC, you pay a little bit more, but the amount of money you save on games is phenomenal. My friend's got like $8,000 worth of games on Steam, and he only paid like half that, not even.
Mm-hmm. That's what I tell people. People don't want to hear PC gaming in the long term is cheaper. People really don't want to hear it.
I don't know if people don't want to hear it. I just don't think people can believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because PC gaming, like for me, it can be a little intimidating because it's like the unknown, and then you're also thinking about how you have to upgrade like graphic cards and the maintenance involved with it and all that stuff. That stuff, it sounds like real intimidating. Like with a console, console gamer for decades, it's like you get a box and it is what it is. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. You ain't gotta upgrade nothing. They take care of you.
I'll tell you, Nick, as far as upgrading your graphics card, can you change a car tire?
Yes, I actually can.
The car tire is more complicated than upgrading your graphics card.
But you gotta pay. You gotta pay for it. Like you
upgrade whenever you're ready to. Like these new cards came out, I'm not upgrading. I have
the way I don't want to be rude and just jump out.
Go ahead.
I gotta jump out, man. Daddy duty calls, man. But I don't want to be rude and just leave. So I'll catch you guys next week, man.
All right, man.
Peace.
I'll hit you up later.
But yeah, it's like you don't have to upgrade all the time. Like that's again one of those misconceptions.
I think
every time something comes out, I have to get it. Nope.
They make it seem like you have to, like you're basically like living in the past and you're not getting the best of the best that the PC can offer.
But you don't necessarily have to have the best of the best. It's like what it's very much so a custom platform to you. So like if all you want is 1080p 60 frames per second, well shit, a GTX 670 will still do that. Maybe not at ultra settings if you're looking at, if you're like, I must have ultra settings, then you'd have to upgrade. Because the new games are going to take advantage of the newer cards. But a lot of the time, no. There's not always a need to upgrade. Like everybody was talking a couple weeks ago about the RX 480. That's maxing out basically every game at 1080p. $200 card. And it will always max out games at 1080p. Because it's the old standard.
The old standard on PC.
Yeah, right, because PC was getting 1080p in 2011, 2010.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is the only time I ever hear about people saying you have to upgrade your PC constantly, it's not PC players, it's console people that are always saying that, oh, the reason you don't want to play on PCs, you have to upgrade your parts every year, 2 years.
Yep.
Man, I remember back when I was a kid, my parents used to, we used to have a PC that we played all our video games on, because my mom didn't like having consoles around. She said they cluttered up the living room. What's the logic behind that? So when Doom 3 came out on PC, we had to update the graphics card in our computer. And when that computer ran all the way until the PC became too old to run the operating system for the new games. That's when we had to. That's when we switched to laptops and everything else. But
how long did that take?
Well, we had that computer for 7 years before we had to update a graphics card.
That's the point I was making.
You don't have to update it all the time. It's just the same thing as if you had an Xbox 360, the first year to 2 years of PS4 and Xbox One being out, there's no reason to buy an Xbox One or PS4. There was no games that were so amazing that you needed one immediately. I waited a year and a half almost. Yeah, it was about a year and a half before I bought my Xbox One.
He's telling nothing but facts here. I'm just gonna sit here and let him preach the glory.
We can't rebuttal that.
It's just for me, it's just common sense. I have all these console friends. They're like, "Oh, PC gaming's too expensive." Yet every week they're buying $79.99 games at EB Games or GameStop. Because in Canada, it's $79.99 for a new game. Uncharted 4 here, $79.99.
Last game,
you need to change your freaking region and buy them shits from India. Like,
yeah. Last time I paid $60 for a game that wasn't with like a Steam gift card that I got was Watch Dogs, and that was because I didn't know better.
I'm about to say that was an L. That was an L.
No, I don't pay, like, most of the time now I pay about $40 to $45 for games. Day one. And a lot of time people say that's too expensive. They'll wait for like 2 Steam sales over and get it for $20. Especially if you already have a nice backlog.
At the end of the day, this is what I say. I say you get Nicodemus is your choices. For example, obviously, if you get a PC, you got some options that you want to play. But there's some Xbox games that you specifically want to play that's been out that has yet to touch PC.
Like Sunset Overdrive, and I think Sunset Overdrive with mods would be glorious.
But as of now, that's just a thought. It's not tangible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I hear you.
Or when they put Forge mode on PC, but not Halo 5, all that pissed people off.
Yeah, so who wants to sit there and make maps so you can play the game and still make them on your console?
Dang, that's an insult.
You know,
I don't think it is an insult. He's totally right. Like, I don't hate consoles. I hate Microsoft.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's insulting. I'm saying that them doing that was an insult.
Oh yeah, it was. Or when they made the
Halo
game
the PC
only in Russia.
community wants Halo on PC. It's just, even though a lot of people, Microsoft will put everything on PC but Halo. I see Guardians going to PC when Halo 6 comes out. Possibly, maybe. They want to keep something, even though, like they said, they want to this whole play together, play anywhere thing. Not only is it just to get everybody like playing and stuff like that, that's just PR talk. They really want to bring some attraction to their store. That's, you freaking Angry Birds Star Wars isn't going to bring people to your store, but Gears of War will.
To the store, better support, and I'm sorry, like I'm gonna make a video about this today actually. Mm-hmm. The Windows 10 store is a mess. Like I can't find games that I own.
Yeah, but the thing, I'm not worried about
thrown in there.
But the thing is, you can easily search for the games, or you can just click on the categories. I know that's damage control a little bit, but the thing about the Windows Store, I'm not worried about. That Windows Store is going to be exactly like the Xbox Store pretty soon. Like I don't even think this Windows Store is going to be the store. It's going to be the app, the Xbox app. It's going to be like that. Like
I hope it becomes part of the Xbox app.
I think that's what it's going to be.
Where it says my games, my own games, like you would see on Steam or Origin, my Windows 10 library. So that way I don't have to go looking through all this bullshit I don't want, cell phone games, if I want to reinstall Forza 6 Apex.
It's crazy.
Or if I want to reinstall Quantum Break.
What I do is I actually buy games from the Xbox app now. When I'm on, I use the Xbox app. I buy Xbox One games and Windows game. I bought the last 2 straight from the Windows app.
Right, but it still sends you to the store.
It sends you to the store, but at least it sends you straight to the game.
True.
So
I guess my thing is like now I had to reformat my hard drive, and I've had to go back and reinstall Gears Ultimate and reinstall Killer Instinct and Forza. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, did I forget any games that I bought on here that I want to reinstall?
Speaking of
Gears, because there's no just simple tab there, it'll just look like every other application on PC.
Yeah.
That drives me crazy. It's like, keep up with the standard or get out the way.
But speaking of Gears, did you beat it on PC yet?
No, I still haven't finished it on PC.
All right, I want to do
I beat it on the
co-op
360.
on the PC version. Whenever you got time, because I want to beat it again, but the on the PC, but the energy is not just there. It's like I got it, but I have a reason to play it. I only honestly beat it. I only rebought it because I wanted to see what it looked like on max settings. So I really just wanted to see what it looked like on max settings.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I've done that for a few games. I've almost done it for Star Wars Battlefront a couple times. I bought it for my son for Christmas, and I'm thinking about it. I just want to see what it looks like 1440p maxed out.
Ain't nothing wrong with
but
that.
I own it on Xbox One.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. As long as you're not paying full price for it.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's like $20 on PC.
Yeah, see.
But Nicodemus, at the end of the day, I'm going to say get an Xbox because I don't peg you as someone gaming on a PC. I really.
I mean, I have not done it all these years, so I don't peg myself as a PC guy either.
The thing is,
right. I peg Nick as a great PC gamer because he's very open-minded. He's the guy who's going to give something else.
You can be an open-minded person playing on the Xbox.
This is true. This is true.
No, I'm not trying to shit on the Xbox. I'm get both.
Be an open-minded person playing on the Xbox.
Well, no, what I'm saying is the games that he likes to play, there's just more of those. You get more of those playing on a PS4 and a PC than you would on an Xbox One and a PS4.
But you gotta ask yourself, why are you interested in the Xbox?
Why am I interested in Xbox?
Yeah.
Just to reiterate, it's for their exclusives, for the ones that I love, like Gears of War, that Halo. I gotta catch up on my Halo. Slip in there, and then what's the game? I forgot. It was coming out September. What's the name?
Recore?
Thank you, Recore. I'm very interested in Recore.
Right,
so games like that, I'm interested in.
Grandmaster Chief Collection to have an Xbox One. I can see that.
Yeah, that's the main reason.
This is my argument about people saying choose like PC over Xbox and stuff. It's not that I care whether you choose PC or Xbox. It's the fact that if you already have a primary console, then there's no need to get a PC because at the end of the day, the PC, it plays everything. So if you're gonna build a PC just to play Xbox exclusives, to me that makes no sense whatsoever. If everything else you're gonna play on your PlayStation. It's like the PC has the games you play on your PlayStation, which are the indies. And it also has the games that, some of the games that Xbox come in. But a lot of people are saying are making a PC argument for the future versus the present and the past. The majority of the games that I enjoyed on my Xbox so far have yet to go on PC yet.
Right, and I'm not arguing against the Xbox exclusives on PC. I'm not arguing against that at all. I actually don't. I'm with the people who are saying that, oh, well, the games are on PC, now it's time to sell your Xbox. No, it's not. It might be for a guy like me who primarily plays on PC and really only uses Xbox for a couple of IPs. But for somebody like Nick who plays a ton of indies, I'm just saying like the vault or the potential for indie games, there's way more of them on PC.
You saying I can get those games instead of waiting 2-4 years to play them, I can get them day one probably? That's what you're trying to say?
Well, not only that, I'm just saying there's just more of them. There's more choice for the games you already like to play, as opposed to the couple of games like Halo and Forza that are great games, not knocking them at all. I think Forza is the best racing game on the market, and I've said that for years.
I never said Forza.
I did. I'm saying Forza. After Gran Turismo fell off, Forza became king. And I stand by that. But for what Nick plays, PC I think is just the way to go to complement his PS4. I think that complements a PS4 more than an Xbox does because Xbox doesn't have a ton of exclusive IPs. Strong IPs, but not like a shit ton of them.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's definitely a good point. I mean, I have until. Let's see, where am I? What my money looking like right now? Let me think.
Well, shit, wait till you get your tax return, bro.
I should be able. No, I need to get something this year. So yeah, I should have my money right by August. Yeah, I'll definitely have my money right by August to get either Xbox One or PC. Definitely leaning more towards Xbox One.
What I would tell you, Nick, go. You have a laptop.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I have two. I'm rich.
Yeah, so take one of those laptops. Hop on Steam. Anybody can download and install Steam. And take a look at the indie section, and then go to GOG.com.
But the thing is, I think the reason why the Xbox is on his mind because there's specific games he really wants to play.
Yeah,
no, I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm actually saying go educate yourself on what's there, and then make an informed decision. I'm not telling them not buy an Xbox.
Yo, yeah,
I mean
that's a good point. I've never really, well, I'm not gonna say never. I haven't checked out Steam in probably a couple of years, so I actually do need to go in there and check it out and see, especially the indie games that are on there for sure.
Oh, you can go onto the website steampower.com and just look and see, hey, what do I want here versus what do I want there, and again, make an informed decision.
Yeah, I'm all about informed decisions. I'm all about keeping an open mind when it comes to gaming. So yeah, for sure. But the big incentive is Kids Move is going to front me my first game. So that's definitely a great incentive right there.
Oh, bro. Join the PC Master Race subreddit. They give out free games. They have extra keys. Just throwing keys everywhere, dude.
Just tossing keys, huh?
Yeah, they give out keys for it. Oh, I think when Smooth built his PC, how many keys did I give you? Like 5?
Yeah, you gave me a bunch of.
Wow. That's what's up. I'm ready. I'm ready to live that life.
Especially if you go to like Reddit and you go like PC centric Reddit page and say, "Hey, I just built my PC," they'll throw you keys.
Oh man.
But mind you, half these games are like 8 to 12 years old.
Some of them, some of them are old games. Some of them are new games. It depends.
Just because it's old doesn't mean it's bad.
Oh yeah.
No,
and Nick, you will love Humble Bundle.
What?
Oh.
You will love Humble Bundle. Because that ain't shit but indie games. You get a bundle of like 5 of them for like $1.
I thought that was the name of a game. I'm like, what is
No, Humble Bundle is a website where they sell games. That's like the PC Gamer trump card. You like games are cheaper on console. You throw out like an EA Humble Bundle.
I'm about to say I have an open mind and everything, but I don't know if I want to play a game called Humble Bumble. It sounds like you're playing as a bee. Unless you give that bee a shotgun or a machine gun or something like that, that'd be cool. But
I absolutely love how, like, I know Nicodemus knows his gaming stuff, but the level of ignorance on the PC front is just absolutely fantastic.
Ridiculous, dog. I do not know anything.
You know what? Before I got into PC gaming, I was like that too. I didn't know anybody who knew anything, so I just spread knowledge. I just spread the information. You do what you want to, make an informed decision. But I sent you the link on Twitter for Humble Bundle.
Okay,
give it a look.
Cool.
They change these bundles every 2 weeks.
We're about almost an hour and a half in.
Yeah, we got 2 more things to go.
Do we have time to do at least one? I know we don't want to go too long. Do we have time for at least one more topic?
One more. Yeah, you know we got 2 more topics we want to get off. Nicodemus, I do want you to fly off with that one topic that you had in the chat.
Okay. Yeah. So this is about helping Kid Smooth out right here. So Kid Smooth has a dilemma. He's feeling a summer drought right now. Yes, Kid Smooth.
Okay, I'm feeling a summer drought.
Yes, you are. You're feeling the summer gaming drought right now. He doesn't have too many games to play. Not going to get into reasons why he don't have too many games to play, but I did want to give Kid Smooth some suggestions of what games that he could be playing right now that are out right now or coming really soon. So, yes.
Kid Smooth, the Steam sale, summer sale ended a week ago, and you have no games to play.
Yeah, I didn't participate in that summer sale. It's not that I don't have any. Here's the thing. I'm not saying I don't have any games to play. I got plenty of games to play, especially from backlogs on the PC and backlogs on my Xbox. I think my frustration is that the lack of quality games that come out during this time of the year.
Right. Well, do you still have your PS4? Because PS4 is always putting out something.
No, he doesn't. That's the problem. Unspoken problem that I was stating. He don't have a PlayStation. So, those of you who have Xbox, like Demi, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you give Kid Smooth some recommendations of some games that are out now that he can play? Some quality games that are out now or coming soon. Because I don't feel this drought, but I want to help Kid Smooth out.
I don't feel the drought either, but
you don't.
No drought here.
I know you don't.
Smooth, what are you particularly into?
What
do you?
I'm into I'm into a lot. The thing is, I don't play a lot of the games that everybody are into. So, for example, the games that I did play for a short time, I wish it lasted longer. Was like Inside. That was good for a day. There's games like I can tell you games I feel like I played that lasted me a long time in the past, like games like Condemned, Cameo. I need something with color, and I like hack and slash type games, but I don't like Dark Souls. I like freaking damn. I mean, there's some indies I like, but I get sick of puzzle platformers. Like, though I can't, like, puzzles is annoying.
Smooth, have you tried? You said you like hack and slash, right? Are you talking like Devil May Cry kind of hack and slash, or because you play Killer Instinct, right?
Yeah, I played that. I picked that. Yeah, but it's a fighter. Like, you only can do so much with fighters. I play Killer Instinct and Street Fighter. I go back and forth between them.
Oh, okay. I don't play a lot of the same games as you do. I play MOBAs and indies essentially. That's all I play. So.
Glorious.
Which is part of the reason I want a PC, because I want more mobile options than just Smite on Xbox. So,
Yo, Smooth, Resident Evil 5 comes out, the remaster is out today.
Shit.
Resident Evil 5 on PC is like $4.
Well, there you go. You don't like Resident Evil?
Oh, wait. We have Defuse in game preview now?
Is it in game preview now?
26.
We
I
had a
think
few.
it's 26, I thought.
Yeah, 26.
20. Okay, I was about to lose it. I was like, never mind. Argument over.
I got something to play now. You don't like Resident Evil games? Like, you don't like that? It's got co-op.
It's not that I don't like Resident Evil games. I don't like I don't want to replay Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6.
That's fair.
You've already played it.
Resident Evil
You've
4
already played it
26 times on every platform they put it out on.
Yeah,
Resident
me
Evil
too.
5 I didn't really care for like that, and I ignored Resident Evil 6. I mean,
did you play Revelations 2? Revelations 2 was really
Revelations was pretty good. I played the trial. I just didn't buy the whole game.
Okay, yeah, I played all
Go
of them.
by Revelations
That was
2.
really good.
That's a fantastic title. If you're into RPGs, well, I say go try out the Banner Saga. Good game.
The Banner Saga, I've heard about that. I heard it was good. I never got a chance to play it
Yeah,
yet.
the second one's free on Gold right now, and it's fantastic.
It's like Fire. It's exactly like Fire Emblem. They're like Mass Effect type choices. Yeah.
I think I have that game on PC. I think I got it
turn-based? Is it turn-based? It is.
Yes, sir.
It's turn-based.
Okay.
It's done by former BioWare developers. The story's actually fantastic.
You said BioWare it's sold.
It's former BioWare employees, so yeah, pretty much.
So basically the ones who made the good BioWare games.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sold.
So that's Banner Saga 1 and 2, Kiss Move. There's some options right there. You don't like Resident Evil 5, so that's a no. What about Hawken? You heard of Hawken?
I've heard of it.
It's free to play.
It's free to play right now on
It's free to
Xbox One.
play, and it's good, but it can get old.
It's a game that PC players are throwing salt at after Titanfall came out because it was free to play on PC back then.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, no. The thing is, the thing is about some of these massive multiplayer games. I booted up Hawken. I don't like the fact of this, and this is for all games, even that stupid DC game. Like, anytime you have a game where you have to sit there and think of a name that nobody else has just so you can freaking get the game started, it's a turn off for me. Like,
this is the way you gotta get creative, bro. Gotta think outside the box, bro. Play your character more, bro.
Yeah, I want to get smooth though.
I was gonna say, why don't you grab Overwatch and come play with me and Ivan?
That's where you've been?
I'm gonna be getting Overwatch.
He's like, that's why you're not playing NBA Live with me?
Yeah.
You on the Overwatch, suckers?
Or you can play Overwatch where the real community is.
Who is this Ivan?
Anchorman, that's Anchorman. Also, just to throw out, I mean, I understand there is a lot of. I can always go to my backlog. I'm not gonna lie. My frustration was more with the lack of quality of games that's coming out this time. But there were games that I went to that I just started going to that I thought were amazing, like Tales of the Borderlands I discovered
that game
a
is
couple weeks
great.
ago.
Did you play Walking Dead, Michonne?
I did not play Michonne's Walking Dead.
Michonne's okay. Michonne's okay. I would say Tales of the Borderlands and Game of Thrones are better games. The show's not bad. It's short. Each episode, like, I don't know if you guys play Walking Dead seasons 1 and 2. And they were like 2-hour episodes. These ones are about 45 minutes to an hour in the show.
Okay. Yeah, that's real short compared to those.
Yeah, they're real short, but they're good episodes.
Yeah, I mean, but I like Tales of the Borderland. There was another game. The heck did I pick up? The Street Fighter campaign is pretty cool. The new one they added, not the one that it launched with. Damn, I feel like there was another game that I discovered, but I put down temporarily. Oh, I picked back up Red Dead Redemption. They gave you the DLC.
Yeah, they did. I saw that because I bought it too.
Pretty awesome. So that's I'm sorry, I'm just reading this here. But one more thing was there was like a leak. I don't know if it was real or not, but the Battletoads.
No. Oh yeah, you weren't here when I was talking about the No, and they clowned that story yesterday.
Oh, they did? All right, let me
know.
Yeah,
the No clowned it. Basically, the description was taken off of Wikipedia. It was a bad Photoshop job, and they clowned dude for posting it. Like hard for 10 minutes.
Damn. All right, cool. So that I want that would have been cool if they would have had one, or if they had one. But I do think with Gamescom coming next month, Xbox is due for like 2 new IPs announcements. And I think Gamescom, I don't think we're going to see what we saw at E3. I think we will see, to an extent, some of the games that we saw at E3, but like in small doses. Not, I think there's going to be a heavy focus on some new things. I'm hoping the new game from Rare is something from either Battletoads or some sort of a Perfect Dark.
I really want to see a Battletoads game.
I want to see a Battletoads.
I also do something with the IP because I always thought the IP was cool, but it always lived in the shadow of Ninja Turtles.
I'd rather see a Jet Force Gemini remake, if anything.
Jet Force Gemini.
Oh, we're talking about remakes. Can I get a reboot for the Double Dragon series?
Oh, I've been asking for
now we talking
reboot for a while.
Rage reboot. We need a Rage sequel.
I'm talking about Streets of Rage, not Rage.
Oh, okay, Streets of Rage. Oh man, now we talking.
What about Golden Axe?
Ooh, now we are talking.
Didn't they try to reboot that? And then it didn't work. It sucked.
They made a sequel for it on PS3. I don't know if it was on 360, but I heard it was really bad.
Sega, what's happening? Y'all not doing nothing. What's happening, Sega?
You know what they're doing? They're fucking up Sonic's legacy.
Man, can we get
that's what they're doing.
Power Stone, if anything, man. Forget everything else, man. I just want a new Power Stone. I've been asking for this for years.
I'm still waiting on the Resident Evil 2 remake. The Resident Evil 2, I'm just sitting here on my screen just like, please. They already announced it like a year ago. Just make the thing. Put it out.
Bro, they just need to drop 2 and 3. I really want a 3 remake so bad.
I want Code Veronica, too. Huge Code Veronica.
Yeah, I forgot all about that joint. I never played that one.
I'm mad too because I wanted to play it again, when I realized after I got my PC, it never came out for PC. Don't know why, it just never did. And then they remastered it for 360 and PS3.
Come on, Deli, get
so I was a little salty there.
Wow.
Yeah, I was salty there because I discovered it like right after I sold my 360, like a month later.
And but anyway, that's pretty much about it for time. It's about to be 10 o'clock here my time, and
oh man, it's late.
Yeah.
Is it that late? Damn. Oh yeah, it's 7.
It is.
7.
It is. Time flies when you're talking about games and not dealing with drama. Well done, gentlemen.
I'm about to use the last 2 or 3 hours I'm going to be awake to try to play some of these video games. Don't know which one I'm going to play.
Oh.
I'm going to try to do that. I'll be seeing you guys on Xbox Live. Nicodemus, make sure you download that Xbox app if you haven't.
Deli with the turn.
Demi, I'll be seeing you around. But any of you guys got anything to say before we log out for the day?
Yeah, I want to first and foremost thank our guest, Kev the Gamer, for coming on. Make sure you guys check out his channel. Go over there, subscribe. He's got a great PC build series going on. Definitely something for everybody on his channel. He actually plays games. So yeah, check out his channel. Thanks for coming on, Kev. Really appreciate you bringing that master raceness over here.
I appreciate having me. If you guys want a game, of course, I'm Kev the Gamer on Steam. Your Girl Wants Kev, all one word, no Iron Girl on PS4. I tell you Xbox One, but I'm not resubscribing to Gold. And when PS4 expires, I might not resubscribe to that. I'm taking my
So if you want to play with Kev, just go buy a PC.
Nick, we're gonna get you on that PC. We're gonna get both of y'all on that PC.
Yeah. One day, maybe so, sir. Maybe so.
I'm thinking undead. Like for the games he's talking about playing on PC, $250. Easy. For the games he's describing that he plays. Throw in like a 750 Ti. Those things are like $99. They'll be straight.
And real talk, I'm definitely gonna hit you up probably tomorrow, and I'll gotta talk shop on this. Because if it's gonna be that cheap, then it's gonna be a lot sooner then.
I'll shoot you a build of what I'm thinking about in a moment on Twitter.
All right.
I really think you get a lot of value for your buck for you saying you play like esports games.
Yeah, so pretty much.
Yeah, so much value there. So let me go on PC Part Picker and I'll shoot you the link in a couple minutes.
Perfect.
That's what's up. That's what's up. This is what it's all about, gentlemen. Make sure you guys watching right now in the chat, check out TiCGN.com for all your gaming news reviews, even movie reviews.
Speaking of movie reviews.
we really gotta talk about this.
No, we're not. We are not. We can't. We can't. But
check out the Ghostbusters review.
Check it out.
The Ghostbusters review. Great. I don't know. I don't know if I should see the movie or not.
It's a review.
It's a review.
It's a review. So make sure you guys check out the website for sure. You guys gonna know what we're talking about. And then yeah. That's all I gotta say, man.
That's it. Thanks Nicodemus for closing us out with the TiC GN. Please visit the website. It's awesome. Gears of War giveaway. If you have not caught this video live, it's okay. When you watch it again on a recap, please check the description because I'll have everybody's links in the description below, as well as TiC GN and the Gears of War 4 giveaway that BAMENT is hosting. Please subscribe to everybody in this podcast. TiC Writer's Block, episode 24. We'll see you guys next week for episode 25. Kids Move. Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot, a.k.a. Phil Smooth.
No.
Glorious.